Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with part 2 of my April reading wrap up. In my previous video I showed you the first 5 books that I read in April, and in this video I'm going to show you the next 5 because I read 10 books altogether. Now the first one I've got to show you in this video is Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo. I read this as part of Simon Savidge and Melanie Sykes's lockdown book club. And I absolutely love this. This is phenomenal, and this jointly won the Booker Prize last year, and I can absolutely appreciate why it did, because it is outstanding. It tells the stories of 12 different people, mostly women, mostly black, and through the ages, from the early 20th century until modern day. Most of the stories intertwine with one another, and it's just phenomenal. It's hilariously funny, it's achingly sad, it's just beautiful. There are some quite dark bits in here as well. There was a whole section on coercive control and pretty much domestic abuse, which I found quite harrowing, because growing up, I experienced domestic abuse in my young home, in my home of my younger days, shall I say? But anyway, back to the books. Yeah, so this tells the story of 12 women. They're interlinked. These women, their paths have crossed. They know each other through different things, and it's just phenomenal. And the ending, oh my goodness, the ending is just superb. I'm not going to tell you what the ending is, because spoilers, and no, you need to read it first. But yeah, this is phenomenal and I love this. I recommend this to anyone ever. The only thing is, it's, to begin with, a bit of a difficult read, because there's no full stops and no punctuation, like speech marks. I can't remember, they're like speech marks in it. There's definitely no full stops, although there's a full stop at the end of each chapter, each story of each woman, which it's a bit off-putting. But once you get into your flow, it flows. It's very good, and I recommend it to you immediately. Read it now. Go buy it now. The next book that I read is another glorious book, and it's The Black Flamingo by Dean Atta. I adored this. This is a novel that's written in verse, so there's quite a lot of poetry in here. It tells the story of Michael, who is a young black man, who is also a homosexual. He grows up in a single parent family in London. He goes off to university, falls in love with an inappropriate person, loses his virginity to that person, and then becomes a drag performer, and he is the Black Flamingo. And it's just stunning. The message in this book is a message of love yourself for who you are. Be who you are. Don't be who other people want you to be. Don't be what society says you should be. Be you. There is only one you, and that's beautiful. You are beautiful. And I loved this. This was beautiful. This was absolutely glorious. And I think that this will be a book that I will reread again and again. And I think I would take a slightly different thing, a different message from it each time. I love it. It's just glorious. I love it. The next book I read was a collection of poetry, and some songs as well. I didn't like this as much as I thought I was going to. I loved it, but I didn't. That doesn't make sense, does it? I really liked it. I did. There was a lot in this that I loved, but there was a lot also that I thought, I'm not too sure. So yeah, I loved it, but not quite as much as I thought I was going to love it. That makes sense. So it's Nonsense Songs by Edward Lear. This is good. It's just that some of it was a bit sort of, for me, a bit kind of lackluster. and not what I expected going into this. Although The Owl and the Pussycat is always a favourite. Yeah, it was really good, but just it kind of didn't really 100% fulfil my what I thought I was going into. But still, it was brilliant. I think I've just scrambled my own brain there. But yeah. So the next one that I read was it's dressed up as a child's book, but it's really not. It's Do You Want to Play With My Balls by the Cifaldi brothers, with really gorgeous illustrations by Santiago Elizalde. This tells the story of two little boys who are playing with balls. The illustrations are innocent. They portray two little boys actually playing with bouncy balls, but the text is it's double entendre, and it's laden with double entendre. They're talking about their balls. What more can I say? This is a fun little read. This literally took me no longer than 10 minutes. I loved this, and the artwork is just beautiful. Let me get... So, yeah, there we go. And I shall get you... Yes. Yeah. Well, when I play with Sally, I always end up with blue balls. Yeah, so that was very good. Do you want to play with my balls? And the last book I read in April was a vintage Ladybird book. And I didn't know that Ladybird books originally looked like this. This one's from 1951, I believe. And it's called The Discontented Pony. And it's by Noel Barr. And I adored this. This was brilliant. As always with Ladybird books, the artwork was just superb. Let's see. So there is a painting of Merrylegs, the pony, in this story at the county fair. He is at the county fair with the farmer. They're delivering milk and all that kind of stuff, and he sees the merry-go-round, and he wants to become a merry-go-round horse, and he thinks that he should be able to do that because his great-great-grandfather was a racehorse, and he thinks that being a farm horse is below him. And it's basically a tale of live the life you've got, be who you are. And I loved that. It was just beautiful, and I'm happy to have this gorgeous old edition in my collection. So yeah, that's what I read in April. 10 books. It's kind of an average for me. I am 36 books so far this year, and I think on Goodreads I'm 5 or 6 books ahead of my 100 book schedule. So I'm reading 100 books this year, and I didn't think I would read quite so little as I have done during the lockdown, as I thought I would. I thought I'd read far more, but no. I think it's because I'm not concentrating. I'm thinking about other things. My head is just full of so much, and I think that's true for everybody. But anyway, I'm digressing again. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon for another video.